Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yudapada Kamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagagana Raghunadan Vidam Tam Sajivam Satvaidam Savadutam Parijana Sagitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sagagana Lalita Sri Vishakan Vitam Cha Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanasalakaya Sakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Namo Om Vishnupadaya Radhikaya Priyatmane Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Narayana Iti Namine Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Vanja Kalpatarupcha Kripa Sindhupya Yevacha Paditanam Pavanepyo Vaishnavepyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Actually, this time is very auspicious because it's a Radha Yatra time. So today the Harikatha we plan to have is Jagannath Puri Radha Yatra. Radha means chariot. Radha Yatra means festival of chariots. So Yatra means actually journey. So that means we are pulling the Radha, the chariot, from one place to another place. Actually, this Radha Yatra which is currently going on was started just a few days ago and now currently going on. So we are at exactly the same time. And today's Harikatha is about that. So this Radha Yatra is not something new. It was there since a very ancient time. So according to the legend, the construction of the first Jagannath temple was commissioned by King Indradyumna. Indradyumna lived in Satya Yuga. He was the son of Bharata and Sunanda. So that is how the scriptures say about. It's very, very ancient. The legendary account as found in the Skanda Purana, then Brahma Purana, and other Puranas as well, and also in later Odisha works, state that Lord Jagannath was originally worshipped as Lord Neelamadava. Neelamadava. There is a wonderful story. Actually, that the later by a tribal chief called Savar. He's called the king Savar king named. His name was Vishwavasu. So he was the one later really enhanced all these and made into a big worship, and the Lord Jagannath temple was really behind. And what you really see here, just a picture, just a painting of how it used to be seen, because not much buildings, but it is in the wonderful, nice, all the trees and forests, that area. Now it's all only buildings are there. And Gurudev has really written this book. It's called The Origin of Ratha Yatra. This book is amazing book. Amazing. Of course, every book by Gurudev is always amazing. He really goes to the extent of so deep and so deep. So that is the special of our Gurudev's books, and his moods are also very, very intricate. So now, Jagannath Puri does not actually belong to this material world at all. Jesus Christ, during his missing 12 years or so in the Bible, actually came to India searching for the Vedic knowledge via the Silk Road. The Silk Road is still there. That road was actually used for the trade, those olden days, to really come to India to get spices. They really have the trade. They bring their own stuff and then they exchange for the spices. So for spices, India was very, very famous. And in fact, very, very most famous was for the Vedic wisdom. That's why everyone wanted to come to India, and Jesus Christ also came. He was wanting to find about God and absolute truth. He had stayed in Jagannath Puri for 6.5 years. It has been written. Thus he came to know about Lord Krishna. And he took the name Krishna as his last name. Because then Christ came from the word Christ, the Hebrew form of the word Krishna. And the documents also show that he was Ishaputra. He was also called Ishaputra. So many carvings are there in Egypt also. So who is Isa? Isa means Lord Brahma. So Ishaputra means son. So son of Lord Brahma, who is the God of creation. That is why Bible always talks about creation as the very big thing. But actually, Krishna has nothing to do with the real direct creation. He is just wishes, and everybody else, all the gods, including Lord Brahma. Lord Brahma is actually Jiva. Anyway, so Jesus Christ apparently had some quarrel with the pujaris because of the caste and all those kind of things. So he eventually then traveled to North India. He met Buddhist monks and other great yogis, and learned a lot of things, and that was the one that is actually that he really preached. And of course he had a lot of objections and all those things. He was put on cross. Anyway, so that is the story behind. But every year, starting from Akshaya Tritiya, actually the Akshaya Tritiya just came about a month before. Starting from the Akshaya Tritiya, Lord Jagannath will be decorated with his body, made with chandan. Chandan means sandalwood paste. And he was also set on a boat in Narendra Sarovara. That's what you are actually seeing. A large lake. So if you really go to Jagannath Puri to visit, you will be definitely seeing this Narendra Sarovara, very famous place. And on the banks of this Narendra Sarovara, actually Gadadhar Pandit used to really give Srimad Bhagavatam discourses, very wonderful. But anyway, this Chandan Yatra, this Yatra used to be there for 21 days. Also, on the day of Akshaya Tritiya, the construction of the chariot also starts. Starting from the wheels, everything starts new from Akshaya Tritiya. Actually, all the woods and everything are very special because every year they really make new chariots. And the chariot building is a very special art, of course. They have to do it with the extreme care. There is no chance of making even a single mistake anywhere, because then it will be catastrophic. And then slowly all the three chariots will be really manifesting one after another. And each of the three chariots will have very long and strong ropes. They are actually made from, coconut. The coconut, and it has a shell which is lot of fiber. So they take the fiber and then they spin big rope out of it. So, in India, this is a custom. In fact, I came to know even using those, they really put so much on that to really construct roads on the hills where it's not possible to really make normal constructions. So it is very, very famous and very strong. And they make three chariots. One chariot is for Lord Jagannath. It's called Nandi Ghosha. It will have 18 wheels, 45.6 feet high. All the dimensions, everything are also supposed to be exactly accurate as per the Shastras. Then the second chariot is for Lord Balaram, and that is called Tala Dwaja. It has 16 wheels and 45 feet high. And there is a third chariot for Subhadra. It's called Deva Dalana, which has 14 wheels and 44.6 feet high. So Lord Jagannath, Nandi Ghosha is the tallest. How does this whole Ratha Yatra start? The Ratha Yatra starts from after giving a bathing to Lord Jagannath. In fact, that bathing actually is a very, very auspicious day that we all celebrate. It started this year on June 10th, just about 19 days ago. Every year, big snana. Snana means bathing. So the bathing function is given to Jagannath. The bathing represents pouring love. Always remember, whenever we say that we are bathing deities, what that means is we are pouring love and affection, our love and affection. It is not just like some water that you are actually pouring just to make the deity clean or something like that. No, never think like that. When you are pouring, you think that you are pouring all over love for the Lord. Only the love that you are pouring. So this Snana's festival will last for several days. So giving, so this is how they express all their love and affection by giving so many different kinds of baths. Coconut water, holy waters, Ganga water, Yamuna water, all the holy waters, everything they give. They give by thinking about showering the love. And in the Ratha Yatra, what is the way? What is the origin? What is the destination? The origin is Jagannath Puri temple or Puri Jagannath temple. That is, he represents Dwaraka. And there is another temple which also probably you see somewhere in the middle is Gundicha temple. This Gundicha temple represents Vrindavan. But the Puri Jagannath temple represents Dwaraka. So the chariot pulling the chariot is something like you are actually bringing the Lord from Dwaraka into Vrindavan. So now before they start the Ratha Yatra, something very important happens that is called Gundicha Marjana. That's what you are seeing, that is the title. Marjana means cleaning. So they will start cleaning the temple. Every year, before the Ratha Yatra starts, they clean the Gundicha temple. And when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu happened to be living in Lord Jagannath Puri, Lord Jagannath told the king that I will take care, myself and with my disciples will take care of cleaning the temple. You don't have to clean. You know why? Because otherwise the king's servants used to bring water and then some pitchers and then used to clean, but no love and affection. No love and affection. Just like that, they really come and they do as a government servants. Government servants, how they do? Why do they? Just for the formality. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to change it. So he said, myself will lead and we will clean it. And only thing is, oh king, you provide the necessary things. Brooms, new brooms and water, lot of water, pitchers of water. Immediately the king arranged to really bring so many new broomsticks, broom made out of the coconut, the strings like these, and lot of pictures. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu led the kirtan. He called everybody and they were all, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave everyone some new garland, and also everyone, was, one broom and then one pitcher full of water. And he instructed, you go and clean the Gundicha temple like you are cleaning your heart. So Gundicha Marjana means cleaning. Cleaning, this represents cleaning our heart. This is how we have to take the whole Ratha Yatra. In fact, when we really went the last time, because of the coronavirus, that problem, Gundicha temple was closed. We could not see. Of course, we could really see the Jagannath temple and all those, but Gundicha temple was closed. So we had to take a picture just by standing outside. That's what we have done. But anyway, the Ratha Yatra has a very unique story behind. When this Jagannath was given bath with the waters from all the holy rivers, and because then so they'll be pouring water continuously for days, all out of love only. But then Lord Jagannath is trying to do a trick. What is the trick? He does not like to stay in Dwaraka. Dwaraka is a place of queens. So he's married out of some ritual. There is no real love, in the sense not compared to what gopis really had, because love and affection is unconditional, not conditional. Because I am married to so and so, I have to love. That is conditioned love. We do not. The Gaudiya Sampradaya does not honor this at all. So that is why the whole enactment, everything, all the things about the gopis and the Vrindavan is where gopis live, and what that Vrindavan represents this Gundicha temple. So Krishna was always thinking, every year at least I have to escape from this nonsense, married life, queens and these and everything. This is only formal life. I want I want to be with my, beloved, who are the gopis, and, like especially Radharani, all these Ashtasakis and all the gopis. That was what he was desperately looking for, and he found this as a trick. So he came with the plan. He wanted to escape from Lakshmi Devi, that is Rukmini, to go, get out and go to Vrindavan. So that is what the Vrindavan is, Gundicha temple. It was built actually by the Gundicha, who, that was the name of the queen of the king who, Indrimana, King Indrimana. So that is why that the name also given as Gundicha temple. But anyway, there was so much love. They really were pouring so much of water, coconut waters and these everything. They were all pouring like out of their love. And in Dwaraka, he gets about 56 kinds of food so many times every day. But nothing can satisfy him as in Gundicha. Gundicha, what do they feed? He says some porridge or something here and there, not much at all. But here, big 56 kinds of foods. It will come on because Jagannath in the Jagannath Puri temple, it is believed that Lord should not really have the hand after eating should not dry at all. Dry at all. So that means one after another and one after another. He does not have to wash the mouth or hand at all. That is how he is, but he is not happy. Always remember, the happiness is only when we have love and affection. Unconditional, not by married relation. Married relation is actually kind of hell, in fact. This is the topmost, but normal people don't have no way of understanding this. Yes? Now, Jagannath with a plan. He wants to escape from Lakshmi. That is Rukmini. Rukmini is actually Lakshmi Devi. So he tells Lakshmi, "Oh Lakshmi, because my devotees were really giving bath for so many days, now I am getting sick. I am catching cold. How many hours we can even withstand? Then we will get cold." So that was the trick that he was actually telling. Telling Lakshmi Devi was so sad. Oh, yeah. What can we do? You know, Lakshmi Devi, I need a break. Rukmini, I need a break. I need a break. I want to go for a vacation. Very good. People normally work so hard. In US, work is the only thing. That's it. 2 weeks vacation in a year. It's horrible situation. You cannot even take a vacation. And even in the vacation, they will call you on the phone. Anyway, he got out. Because Rukmini said, "Oh, you are so sympathetic," and then say, yes, please have a vacation, have a little break, and taking that as a chance, he jumped out of, and that is how when they do the Ratha Yatra to really take Lord Jagannath, and they will be really trying to take him inside the chariot. This is how they really take. So Jagannath is really just ran out and then came. That was how the Radha Yatra starts with that. Now, Lord Jagannath has really got onto his chariot to really take a vacation, to drive somewhere. And Baladeva thinks, my brother needs protection and service. How can I be here now? So he also brought his chariot and he also jumped on it to follow his brother, his brother. Younger brother. Then Subhadra also, he said, now I am alone. Jagannath is not here, Baladev is not here, now I am alone. What can I do? All right. So she felt so lonely. She also brought her chariot and he also jumped on it. And now going on. Who is Subhadra? Yogamaya. The same Yogamaya who really appeared in Gokul along with Swayam Bhagavan Krishna to Nanda Baba and Yashoda Maya, right? She was taken out to the Madura, and then Kamsa was trying to really kill her by dashing the baby, but she really got out of that, and then he told the child who is going to really kill you has really taken birth somewhere else, not here, is he told. And that Yogamaya then again takes birth as Subhadra to Rohini. Anyway, now to bring the chariot to bring Jagannath to the chariot is not easy. Because many strong, tall and beautiful, and they are called Daityas or Davitas, what they called? Davitas. They wrap their chadars around themselves and as restless wood, and then imitating the mood of gopis, they tie Jagannath Deva with ropes. You won't believe. Yes, they really tie Jagannath with ropes, and they abuse him, kind of out of love and affection. That's all. What do? Shala, shala, shala. Shala means brother-in-law, actually, but in India, chala means actually abusive word also. To abuse you, then you say shala. Huh? So then these Daityas actually talking, telling Krishna, we do not know where you took birth or who your mother and father are. Perhaps you are fatherless and motherless. This is like an abuse actually. It's not certain who Krishna's father is, Vasudeva or Nanda Maharaja. Neither is it that it is certain who is actually his mother. In fact, no one is actually his mother. The gopis hurl so much of abuse at Krishna when they really come to to really trying to bring Krishna to their side. That is basically the whole Radha Yatra is all about. And they try to really put Krishna, that is Jagannath, into the chariot. Very difficult. And sometimes, it's a big problem. Jagannath Deva, he was, when they are really taking into it's very hard, very, very hard. Sometimes he gets in the throne, and sometimes 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, even 5 hours, sometimes even the whole day, they won't be able to really put him in the chariot and then put on the throne. That is really, really constructed when they really did the chariot. And everybody will be shouting as you really heard. They all will be shouting, Jagannath, Jagannath, Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath, Subhadra, Baladev, like the Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. They will be all chanting everything. And one word which is very important, which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also chanted when he was there, was Sehita Parana Natapayinu Yahalagi Madana De Dahane Juri Jenu. This is in the Chaitanya Charitamrita Mati Leela. What is the meaning? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he was there, of course I am going to talk about that next. Now I have gained the Lord of my life, in whose absence I was being burned by Cupid and I was withering away. That is what it is. Now, this is the theme of the Radha Yatra. What is the theme of the Radha Yatra? What is the significance of Radha Yatra? You are bringing the Lord from Dwaraka to Vrindavana. And what is that Vrindavana means? What is the Dwaraka? What is that you are pulling out is? You pull the Lord into your heart. So even though externally he is really moving from the main temple Dwaraka out of these married relations and queens and aunts, all the formal marriage and everything out, he is moving into the really the loving heart. That is the Kunticha temple, Vrindavana. When Krishna came to Kurukshetra for the solar eclipse, as you all may remember what the things about this, all the Radha Yatra, how it happened. So getting the news, gopis from Vrindavana all came with Radharani, but as a different kaya form. Original Radharani and original gopis will never leave Vrindavan. Yes, we know that. They did not go to Dwaraka, did they? No. They were waiting and waiting. No, they will never step even one step out. The gopis were weeping and half dead when they first reached Krishna. When they saw Krishna, they were weeping and weeping. Then when they meet him, their whole mood pours from their hearts and they begin to weep even more bitterly. In their entire lives, they have never wept as they do on this day. Because Krishna has really just become a Prakat. And Prakat as Dwaraka Krishna, now he is coming here for the solar eclipse. And they are seeing. And Krishna is coming as, what is Dwaraka Krishna? But what is in the heart? He is bringing up his Swayam Bhagavan form. And now all the gopis, they also heard, they really came here, and now they try to pull. You have to read this origin of Radha Yatra, our Gurudev's book. It is amazingly beautiful book. Amazingly beautiful book. Anyway, so finally they really come to meet Krishna. And Srimad Bhagavatam is really saying this. 10th canto, 82nd chapter, 39th verse. Gopyascha Krishnam upalapya chiradabhishtam yat prekshane drishishu pakshmakritam sapanti Drigbir hridi kritam malam parirapya sarvas Tat bhavam apurapi nitya yujam durapam. So what is Sukadeva Goswami saying? While the young gopis used to gaze at their beloved Krishna, they contemned the creator of their eyelids. Who is that? Lord Brahma has created these eyelids, which would momentarily block their vision of him. You cannot keep on staring because after that it is pain. You have to really, you have to beam, right? You have to close the eyelid then and there. And gopis were really just, they are cursing that Lord Brahma. Cursing. Now seeing Krishna again after such a long separation, by their eyes they took him into their hearts. And there they embrace him to their full satisfaction. In this way, they became totally absorbed in ecstatic meditation on him. Although those who constantly practice mystic yoga find it difficult to achieve such absorption. They will be there for years and years and thousands of years, thousands of birth and birth after they cannot concentrate even properly. But gopis can catch him and put him in their heart very easily. Why? Krishna is controlled by love and affection, not by this Ashtanga yoga, this yoga controlling the senses, this and everything. Crap. Now when Krishna sees the gopis, he also begins to weep more loudly than before. This unique picture that you really see was given by Radhakant Prabhu actually. So it's wonderful. It really exactly fits what exactly for the Radha Yatra is all about. This is the core. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, as you all know, he came to reside in Jagannath Puri. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu becomes completely immersed in this same mood, this mood that I was talking about. Totally absorbed. And he was dancing and singing. Whereas, because all this chariot festival became so popular because of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu only. Before that, it was not this famous. And he was dancing and singing and dancing and singing. And in fact, there used to be about 7 or 6 or 7 groups he arranges. They all will be singing and dancing and singing and dancing. In every group, he will be there. He makes himself duplicate. And every group, he will be dancing in the center. And the chariots make the sound. Khata khata, khata khata, khata khata, khata khata. Like that the chariots goes. Gauraya dipache chale, shyama khaya shire. Gaura aage chale, shyama chale dire dire. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was dramatically enacting the song, he would sometimes fall behind in the procession. At such times, Lord Jagannath would come to a standstill. He will wait. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went forward again, Lord Jagannath's car would slowly start again. Sometimes, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to test Jagannath. He thought, Will Krishna go forward or not if I do not come? He therefore went behind Jagannath's chariot. And then the chariot stopped. Thousands of elephants. Actually, those days, they used elephants to pull. Now we cannot really bring elephants there. So now we are all pulling. Elephants used to pull. And so many thousands of millions of people were chanting Jaga Jagannath, Jagannath, Jai Jagannath Deva, Jai Jagannath Deva. Jagannath, Jagannath, Jai Jagannath. Like that. That's our bhajan. So we are going to be talking about that our bhajan, Gokul bhajan also. But Jagannath became deaf at that time and did not hear them. Instead, he stood in one place for hours and hours until Mahaprabhu came forward and began to sing. Then Mahaprabhu said, everyone else can stop trying. You don't pull him. I am going to really push him to move forward, because now the chariot stopped. He put his head against the chariot and pushed it. And the big chariot with the tons and tons of weight, that started moving. Just like that, in a very good way, moving nicely, started moving. No pulling. And then the chariot stopped when Mahaprabhu behind it. Whenever Mahaprabhu goes behind, then the chariot stops. And when he comes to the front of the chariot, then the chariot was just following Mahaprabhu. Everybody was witnessing this. What a wonder, what a wonder, what a wonder. And Mahaprabhu's dancing and singing is unmatched. In this way, Jagannath watched the dancing and singing of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And it took 2 or 3 days to reach the Gundicha Mandira. Also on the path of this same road is the birthplace of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakura. That time, his father, Bhaktivinoda Thakura, was the magistrate and also in charge of Jagannath Puri temple, Puri Jagannath temple. And he was the one who was really supervising. And look at, and when Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakura was born, Vimala Prasad. Vimala is basically Rukmini, Lakshmi Devi. So he gave us the thing as the prasad from Rukmini Devi. Like that only it really started. And once he was really brought out to the chariot, when the chariot was just on the procession, the chariot was really stopping there, and then with Bhaktivinoda Thakur, wife, he took Vimala Prasad and then and then took to the Jagannath, in front of Jagannath, and immediately Jagannath untied a one big garland, and the garland completely fell on the body of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakura. So what you see on there is, we are standing in front of the same place where Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakura appeared. It was wonderful. So, when the Ratha Yatra is going on, so you have one chariot for Balaram, one chariot for Subhadra, one chariot for Jagannath, and what's the destination? The destination is Gundicha temple. And this place has a lot of very surprising facts. I'm not going to spend that much time because we don't have time. So, the name wooden deities, the name wooden deities that are made of, it's changed once every 12 years. When they change, just at the backside of Jagannath deity, there is a small chamber. In the chamber, there is something there. That particular substance which is still alive, it's supposed to be there, it's set as the heart of the Dwaraka Krishna. When Dwaraka Krishna left this planet, his other remains were really burned, but the heart did not burn. That's the story we hear. And then those who that hunter who really did the cremation, everything, and finally he really let because the heart will not really do anything. It won't really burn at all. So he put that in this ocean, Dwaraka side. It came all the way, floating, and came to this Jagannath Puri temple. And our Gurudev's, the mud, Damodara, Damodar Gaudiya Math, I think, yeah. So there was a place we also stayed. Whenever we visit there, that's the place we really stay. And right next to our Gurudev's, the room where he left the world, if you see outside, you will see the same ocean. And that's the same place this heart was really taken. And that eventually it all made into the back of Jagannath. What a holy place. That's also the same place where Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu jumped in and then he was there for so many days. And the fisherman finally took him out. And he was shouting, he says that's a ghost or something. Anyway, so that's a different thing that we covered in the Parikrama of Navadvip. This is a nice story about a Bhakta. He was actually a Muslim. 17th century poet, he also poet, Bhakta Salabega, a Muslim by birth and a Subedar in the emperor of Jahangir. That time Jahangir was the Muslim king ruling. It is said that once the Salabega was late because he was a staunch devotee of Lord Jagannath. So he wanted to attend the Ratha Yatra, but he could not. He had to come from Vrindavan. So he was worried that he is going to really miss the Ratha Yatra. But he prayed to the Lord. Oh Lord, please stay at least near the place called the Grand Gate called Badadanda. Sorry, Badadanda. So please stay there for me. I have to get darshan because they cannot go into the temple. That is another story. Why they have really made the rule, and still that's the rule. Non-Hindus cannot really get into the temple at all. That is why even Haridas Thakur, Namacharya Haridas Thakur could not really get into the temple. He could really see only the darshan of the temple and especially the chakra on the top. Anyway, so Lord Jagannath appeared in the dream of this devotee and said, "Don't worry, I will wait." In fact, when the Ratha Yatra started, before, many days before he even started from Vrindavan. But when, there is something very nice. Sarabega mother was a Hindu, who was captured by Muslim. Very nice. Thank you. See, now Lord Jagannath, the chariot won't really go forward. He was waiting at that place. And they were trying to pull hard and hard for so many days they pulled, because if Jagannath did not want to move, nobody can move him. Whatever you do, it's not possible. There are so many stories, but I don't have that much to really cover today. And Lord Jagannath was waiting for him. And so the Salabega reached Puri and saw Jagannath on the chariot and Balagandi. That is when the chariot began to move in the direction of the temple. He started then, because after giving darshan to this devotee, then started moving. The similar thing occurred when we have the Vamsidasa Babaji. Another story that I covered before. Vamsidasa Babaji also was like that. He was standing under a tree and he really wanted to get a darshan far away. And then when the chariot came, it got stuck there because it was not a scheduled stop. Only some scheduled stops are there to accept these all the offerings, etc. But not all the places. But this just like that stopped. And it stopped, and then they were wondering, now Jagannath won't move. They were wondering what is going on. But then there was nothing significant. Then they saw under banyan tree, somewhere far away, there was a person who was talking to the deity. He was talking and talking. Then they said, what is going on? Actually, Lord Jagannath stopped to listen to Vamsidas Babaji, because he used to talk to the deities, even at his own place, that you know. Anyway, so even now, so then Muslims were actually fighting, so many, they attacked so many, temples, including Jagannath temple. So Salabagha was really so sad. Why these Muslims are really having this fanatic? They are doing atrocious. Look at it, just to go to heaven, they are killing others. But we don't want to go to heaven at all. Heaven is not the destination. Heaven, hell, heaven, they are really, just to really take somebody to really heaven, they are even killing others. It is the stupidest thing that if we really think that, think what they are doing. But what can we do? So he was really thinking like this, and he was really pained, and he really wrote so many poems also. I don't have them. Anyway, when he left the body eventually, Hindus and Muslims both climbed his body when he died. At the end, there was a compromise from both sides, and his body was buried by the side of the chariot path, so that his spirit could see the Lord every year during the Ratha Yatra. Bhakta Salabhega devoted his life to Lord Jagannath. The story of Bhakta Salabhega is an important example that proves Lord Jagannath is not for anyone's community, any sect. He is for all. He is therefore for everything living in the universe. Now, why Hindus are not allowed? Once the Nawab was chasing the king to cut off his head. In fact, Muslims are so atrocious. Even today, even yesterday, there was something happened in Bangladesh. They actually demolished a Hindu temple. Look at here. Anyway, so the king did not have any of his military nearby at that time. He was about to be really killed by cut by the sword of the Nawab. He was saying, hey, you change to my religion, otherwise I am going to cut off your head. And the king immediately ran into the nearby this Jagannath temple through this dwara, this Simha dwara, the same dwara what you are actually seeing there. And in fact, the king got inside. The Nawab, the Muslim king, got inside, and he was about to really cut the head of the king, and he was doing that, about to cut off before it touched the neck of the king, the Hindu king who was ruling that area. It got broken into pieces, and then the Nawab got so panic, he immediately ran away, and all the military, everything, who all came, and everybody were running to their life. And then the king, that Hindu king, put the rule: no one except Hindus are allowed inside the temple. That rule has been followed even today. The cooking in this temple is very mysterious. If you see that, only earthen pots will be used, no gas, nothing. All only the woods will be wood cooking. Woods only will be burned, like the ancient ways. And they will put about so many pots there on stacked one after another. 7 pots. In the picture you see only 5, but there are 7 pots they stacked like this, and they're all wooden. Fire will be really burning. Which one will actually get cooked first? It's the top one. So because look at here, otherwise you have to take it from the bottom, isn't it? If it is cooking one by one like that, you have to take. But here it really cooks only about the top, so they will take it out. Then the second, then like that they will take it. It's very mysterious things happen is there. This is the kitchen. This is 150 feet long and 100 feet broad and 20 feet high. You see, our seating normally about 6 feet, 7 feet, 8 feet, whatever maximum. This is 20 feet high. Like that they really have, because so much of smoke, everything will be coming. Now there is something wrong, something very mysterious about the flag. You see, there's on the top of the flag, top of the temple there is a flag. This flag will wave the opposite to the wind. This is very strange. Very, very strange. Every day, daily, there is a flag changing ceremony. They change the flag. And there will be actually trained, trained persons, devotees. They will really climb through the small grills there, through all the way up there. You see, that's what you are seeing. They have to do it every day. And this temple is so tall, you won't believe. You won't believe it is very, very dangerous, but not even a single accident happened ever in the history. Ever in the history. But anyway, so they will change the flag there. And there is actually one particular families, and then their forthcoming families are the only one who can climb on it. There is another reason there, because when in the family, when a male is actually born, he will be trained to really get out of the fear of this height. Anyway, nothing can fly over this temple. Once there was, what happened was, accidentally there was some aeroplane was just playing, it was way high. It was flying. And all of a sudden, all the instruments got havoc. Luckily that plane, it just got away and then they really survived. So then the government, everybody decided no plane should really have, because of something is emitting from this place. Very, very strange. It is not the other holy places where they artificially put the rule. But here the rule is put because something happened. So because the height of the temple is around 1,000 feet. And not that many birds even can really fly high, that high. So that is what it is. Anyway, almost time is running. No one can find any shadow of the temple. In fact, I was also, when I was there too, I was trying to find where is this shadow. Where is the shadow? Very tall building. There is no shadow. Nowhere. Sun is shining. No shadow. I was wondering what is going on. Everything else, if you really see the trees nearby, that's casting shadow. But this temple, no shadow. Very, very strange. And also outside, the temple is very, 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 very noisy. So much of noise, wing, everything will be there. You can, always very, very noisy. As soon as you step into that temple, through any of the dwara, and then the door, this is Simha Dwara. Main is a Simha Dwara. Simha means lion. Door. There will be statues of lions are there. As soon as you step in, nothing, dead silent. You will, because actually I will tell you something. It is said in the Shastra that Jagannath Puri is not in this planet. Actually, it does not belong to this planet. When this particular earth is really dissolved, these and Vrindavan and Navadvip, they cannot be destroyed because they do not really belong to here. And many devotees have really encountered so many wonderful stories. If you see that once what happened, there was a very, very poor woman. She was actually selling, only mangoes to really make her living. But she was, not the Brahmana, she was not allowed to really go inside. Once what happened was, out of her love, she took the whole basket of mangoes and tried to get into the temple, but it was blocked. You won't believe. You will be blocked. If you are not a Hindu, you cannot go inside. So, but she had so much love and affection. So he tried every day. Oh, please allow me to really go to the Lord and see the Lord, and I want to offer from my hand some mangoes to him, but they won't allow. They beat him actually. Everybody will be having, all the police will be really having sticks. They'll beat him. Oh, she was very upset. And one day, he was so crying, upset. And then says, I am not going to go out of this place. I have to get in. I was so upset. But the police again said, no, don't get away like that. So he just sat there, right there in the entrance, and he started taking the mangoes. Oh, Jagannath, please eat these mangoes. I have really every day, I have been really bringing fresh mangoes for you, but I could not offer to you. Please accept these, he was saying. All of a sudden, the mango disappeared from her hand. Oh, Lord Jagannath has taken. And then again another mango. Again disappeared. Whole basket finished. Meanwhile, something was happening inside where where the deities are. They're inside the temple. All of a sudden, from the deities, the skin, because skin, only you eat the mangoes inside, not the skin, unless you are diabetic. But anyway, so the skins are really falling down. Mango skins are falling down like, in front, so many falling again and again. They're wondering what happened. Something is going on. Then one pujari, when he was just came from outside, he saw the same old woman sitting outside and offering mangoes, but he ignored and then walked in anyway. He came to know that must be related to that mangoes in the basket. Then he ran away, and yes, he was offering.
Jagannath, Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Shri Jaya Madhava, Jaya Jagannath, 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 Jaya Jagannath, Shri Jaya Madhava, Jaya Jagannath, 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 Jaya Jagannath, Yadav Jeevan, Jaya Jagannath, 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 Jaya Jagannath, Yadav Jeevan, Jaya Jagannath, 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 Jaya Jagannath, 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 Jaya Jagannath, Chaitanya Bhushita, Jaya Jagannath, Sankita Priyane, Jaya Jagannath, Chaitanya Bhushita, Jaya Jagannath, Sankita Priyane, Jaya Jagannath, Subhadra Sachata, Jaya Jagannath, Sundara Deva, 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 Jaya Jagannath, 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 Jaya Jagannath, 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 Jaya Jagannath, 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 Jaya Jagannath, 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 Jaya Jagannath, 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 Jaya Jagannath, 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 Jaya Jagannath, Neela Madhava, Jaya Jagannath, Leela Lolan, Jaya Jagannath, Neela Madhava, Jaya Jagannath, Leela Lolan, Jaya Jagannath, Balaram Sahita, Jaya Jagannath, Patita Pavana, Jaya Jagannath, Balaram Sahita, Jaya Jagannath, पतित पावन जय जगन्नाथ बलराम सहित जय जगन्नाथ पतित पावन जय जगन्नाथ बलराम सहित जय जगन्नाथ पतित पावन जय जगन्नाथ 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 जय जगन्नाथ 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 जय जगन्नाथ 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 जय जगन्नाथ 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 जय जगन्नाथ 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 जय जगन्नाथ 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 जय जगन्नाथ कमल नयना जय जगन्नाथ कारुण्य देवा जय जगन्नाथ कमल नयना जय जगन्नाथ कारुण्य देवा जय जगन्नाथ कोटि सुंदर जय जगन्नाथ कृष्ण गोविंद 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 जय जगन्नाथ 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 जय जगन्नाथ 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 जय जगन्नाथ 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 जय जगन्नाथ 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 जय जगन्नाथ 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 जय जगन्नाथ 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 जय जगन्नाथ 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 जगन्नाथ
Jai Sri Jagannath, Jai Sri Baladev, Jai Sri Subhadra. We will conclude the Harikatha here. Vanja kalpa tarukchacha, kripa sindhupya evacha, paditanam bhavanepyo, vaishnavepyo, namo namaha.